Okay, in this movie we're going to create a template for the individual movie pages. And we can base that on the existing template, and then create all of our individual movie pages off of our individual movie template. Here we go. File, new, site template, movie site, movies, HTML5, update page, create. File, save as. I want to make sure I'm back in my movie site folder, top level. We'll call this individual underscore movies. Save. I'll go to the live view for this one. Now this is going to be a template, so I'll eventually put movie titles here. So for now I'm just going to type in movie title. Leave the slogan here. And we can say click the tabs below for trailers and more. Okay. That paragraph text selected. This time I am going to go to the insert, and it's going to be the jQuery UI user interface. These are just different interactive elements we can use. Interactive buttons, checkboxes, dialog boxes, autocomplete, dates, and different things like that. We're going to enter an accordion. It's going to be after our paragraph text. First thing we're going to want to do is save. And what's going to happen through Dreamweaver is going to create all these other files and images and place them into our site folder. jQuery file, jQuery assets. So let's say OK. And let's look at our files, our site folder, to see what all it created. jQuery folder, some jQuery CSS files, some jQuery JavaScript files that will make our interactivity work. There's some images for that accordion. So quite a few different files here. And the cool thing about this, it'll also put some links to those files automatically within the page we're creating. Let's look at this from the split view. Now this is a little touchy. I don't just start entering or clicking on these and typing and things like that. You could break the panels. You could break these accordions, then the functionality won't work. They're pretty touchy for some reason. So let's be careful when we edit these. We're going to edit mostly in the HTML file or the CSS files. So here's our accordion. It's called accordion 1. Open and closing div tag. The accordion is going to have 3 different tabs or sections or windows of information piled on top of each other, and you can just click the different tab buttons to toggle between the different bits of information. Each accordion tab will have the title and then the content. For the title, for this first one, we're going to call this the review. And now we could make this a link to somewhere, but we don't need to. The content on the inside, we're going to call this our review. Or actually, we could just type a review. This movie is a perfect blend of scares and out of this world thrills. Blah 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 blah. I could keep talking and talking, and then say this is by Bob, whatever. Okay, so you could put some actual text there, just put some placeholding text there, that's fine. And you could add anything else you wanted to in this. You could add an image into this, a poster, image, or whatever you wanted to add. I think I will add a poster into this section. I'll click above the P tag, insert HTML image, and the first one's going to be my first move is going to be it came from outer space. There we go. I'm going to call this one the trailer. Video, or I could say check out the trailer. No, we will put some, I'm just going to put a placeholder P tag here, but that's where we will put the iframe. Let's say add iframe video trailer, so I won't forget. And our last section will be 3. We'll call this one cast. Now I'm going to say here, check, I'm going to say add cast information. Good. Okay, so there we are. There's my first tab open, review. And I see the text is down here, it's a little too light, so I'll have to change that. There's my trailer will pop up, I'm going to get that in there, and then our cast. Now all these background colors and text colors and things we can change in CSS with our CSS. We can also put some borders and margins on some of these things if we like. So let's come back here. We just got to be very careful clicking around here. Very careful. Now let's talk a little bit about the code that was entered here. And up in the head section it enters links to all those new files that were created. All those different jQuery elements are composed by JavaScript files, CSS files, and different HTML tags down here. Also, it puts a link, a few JavaScript functions down here that creates that accordion sliding effect, opening and closing effects, all with JavaScript. Let's see if we can adjust some of the CSS. That's going to be a little tricky.